Hello, and welcome to my talk. Think like a child, speak like yourself. This may seem like a strange title for a talk about learning English, but as you will discover, uh, it has a lot in common behaving like a child and feeling comfortable in English. So, today I'm going to share 5 mindset shifts with you that will help you to let go of perfectionism in English. So, my mission today is to help you behave more like a child, to stop chasing perfect English and start enjoying real communication. And real communication is not perfect, it's messy. So I want to help you to feel braver and to feel comfortable with the mess so that you can be yourself when you're speaking English. And what I'm going to share with you are 5 simple mindset shifts that will help you to stop overthinking and enjoy that messy middle. You're going to learn how to bring more play and curiosity and courage into your English. And hopefully, this is going to stop holding you back and help you to join in all those conversations that you really want to have and start showing up as yourself. So, if you don't know me, my name is Lisa. I'm an English teacher and a neuro language coach. I'm from the UK, but I've lived in Spain for many years. Um, I've had brief stints teaching in Hong Kong, Egypt, and Portugal. Um, but I've spent the last 26 years here in Spain. Um, as well as a teacher and coach, I'm also a language learner. And I'm a language learner who speaks imperfect Spanish and French. I have to say my French is super, super rusty because I haven't done anything for a long time. But I do use my Spanish frequently because I live in Spain. And even so, it is far from perfect. If I'm not coaching or teaching, then you'll probably find me drinking tea, eating chocolate, reading a book in my hammock, or geeking out over brain stuff. I'm super interested in how the brain works and how I can help my learners to use the power of their brain to learn more effectively and efficiently. I'm also trying to learn Swedish at the moment. Um, Not very successfully because I'm not being very consistent. And I also go to Pilates and yoga classes. And another habit that I'm trying to create is running, which I'm finding super difficult. So, um, over the years, I've managed to go from never joining in conversations because I felt so uncomfortable and shy and anxious to actually joining in conversations, starting conversations even with my imperfect Spanish, and actually sometimes making people laugh. So, what I want to share with you today is how I managed to do that. And as you'll see, how I did manage to do that is that I got out of my own way by awakening my inner child. So, I started to behave more like a child. Now, this may seem strange, but I think it will all make perfect sense at the end of the talk. So, let's just talk about those feelings for a moment that we all have at some time. anxiety, worry, frustration, stress, nervousness, shame, fear. These are all really common emotions that we feel when we're learning a language. And it's important to acknowledge them. It's unrealistic to try to get rid of these emotions. They're completely normal, and we don't need to try to remove them from our lives. Um, what we what we do need to try to do, though, is to manage them so that they don't hold us back and they don't stop us from using the language. And when we learn how to manage these emotions, we accept them, and then we're able to get into a state of flow. And by flow, I mean that we're enjoying the conversation. We're not worrying about the mistakes we're making. We're not worried if people are judging us. We're just enjoying the experience of using our English and having communication happen and speaking to people, connecting with people. And this is what I want for you. So let's have a look at the first thing that you can do. So number one is enjoy the mess. And you can see in this picture here, these are my children being very messy, as children are. And this is something that we lose as adults. So we don't enjoy the mess. We feel that everything has to be perfect, or we might appear unprofessional. Um, or people may comment about our bad, imperfect English. Um, but that's really not the case. We need to accept that things will get messy. You will forget words, you will be misunderstood, and you won't understand everything that people say. There will be times that it will get messy. And if we can accept that, then that instantly calms down our nervous system and we can start to enjoy conversations. So the first step is accept the mess and remind yourself that it's completely normal. The second thing is don't take yourself so seriously. So, laughter really is a wonderful tool for reducing stress. And unfortunately, as adults, we laugh very little compared to children. So the average adult laughs 17 times a day, while a child laughs 300 times a day. I mean, what a difference. So I managed to move from not joining in conversations to using my imperfect Spanish by not taking myself so seriously. I learned to laugh at my mistakes. And when I could do this, everything changed. And I really like this this strategy that a man called Matt Abrahams, who is a communication expert, shares in his book. Now, he says that we can think of mistakes like missed takes. So instead of seeing them as failures, we can think of them as a missed take, like when they're recording a film. So when they're recording a film, a director will do various takes of a scene and choose the best one. And if we can think of mistakes like that, then we give ourselves a chance to retake that scene. So to not see the mistake as a failure, but as an opportunity to improve. And that really is where learning happens when we make mistakes and we see them as opportunities for learning and growth. Okay, number three. Number three is KISS. Is an acronym for Keep It Super Simple. And quite often, less is more. And sometimes we become obsessed with learning more vocabulary, studying more grammar, using really complicated, fancy words, when what we really need is simple language. If we think about what our mission is, then our mission when we're using English is to communicate a message to somebody. And our responsibility is to our audience, the people who we are communicating with. So we need to make sure that our audience understands us. And if we use complicated vocabulary, there's a there's a risk that our audience won't understand us. So sometimes we have to think clarity is much better than complexity. So short, manageable sentences um, that our audience will understand. And also, this will help us to keep calm because we're using simple language. We're not looking and desperately trying to remember that fancy word that we learned. Um, when we're communicating with people, is not an exam. So we don't have to prove how much we know. We just have to get our message across in the best possible way. And more often than not, the best possible way is keeping it simple. Just stop for a moment and think. Who would you rather listen to? A person who communicates well. That's one who maybe uses simple words but makes their message clear. Or a person who uses a lot of advanced language and complicated language structures but whose message is unclear. I know who I would rather listen to. And my second question is, who would you rather be? And I definitely know who I would rather be. Okay, let's move on to number four. So, number four is be playful and curious. So, this is something that we definitely lose when we get older. Even from our teenage years, we start to become less playful and less curious because we start to develop more self-awareness and we start to worry what other people think about us. So we stop experimenting because that means taking risks, and taking risks means that we may get it wrong. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we get it wrong. As I talked about in the part about making mistakes, if we can accept that we're going to make mistakes, and most mistakes won't cause a breakdown in communication, then we have more freedom to experiment, to get it wrong, to try again, and then to get curious and ask ourselves why. Why did that happen? Why did I make that mistake? Ah, I know why. It's because in my first language, it's like this, or because I never realized that you could do it a different way. So the more we can experiment, the more mistakes we can make, which is a good thing because that's where the learning happens. That's where the growth happens. So I encourage you to be as playful as you can. And I want to mention here Thomas Edison, who famously said, Thomas Edison was the man who invented the light bulb. He famously said that he didn't fail, but he found 10,000 ways that didn't work. So this mindset is not only good for growth, but it makes everything so much more enjoyable. And that's why I'm a huge fan of community. I think of community like a sand pit. So here are my children playing in the sandpit. The sandpit is a place where you can experiment, you can test things out, you can get things wrong, and there is no danger. Nothing terrible is going to happen. It's a safe place, and you can build things again when they fall down. And I think that's exactly like a community. It's a safe place where you can experiment with your English. People won't judge you. Everybody is in the same boat, and everybody is on the same journey. So I highly encourage you to join a community. And the last one, number 5, is be brave. So the unconscious mind learns to fear things that we avoid, and it teaches. If we can teach our unconscious mind that something is safe, then we can retrain it and it will stop fearing things. Now, how can we do this? With small steps. So, I encourage you not to do something really, really, really scary that is traumatizing, because that will definitely put you off from doing it again. But if you can do something which is just a little bit scary but doable and gently stretches your comfort zone, then this will help to retrain your brain. So it will show you that even though it's a little bit scary, you can do it. And the more often you do it, the easier it will get. And what felt uncomfortable once will start to feel more comfortable. So small steps, and ask yourself, um, instead of asking yourself, what if nobody understands me? What if I make a mistake? Start to ask yourself, so what if? So what if I make a mistake? People will probably still understand me. And so what if people don't understand me? What can I do to help them understand me? There will be a way to do that, a very simple way. So let's have a quick recap. 5 ways you can behave more like a child, which will help you feel more confident in English and help you to enjoy using your English. Is enjoy the mess, take yourself less seriously, keep it super simple, be playful and curious, and be brave. And 3 things that you can do right now to help you do that are: 1, a messy experiment. Try saying something in English before you feel ready. Even if it's short, even if it's imperfect, then notice how it feels when you actually get it done. 2, laugh and learn. Write down your funniest or strangest mistake in English. Share it in the comments, and let's normalize making mistakes and laugh together. And 3, keep your English super simple. Choose one sentence that you often complicate, rewrite it in a child-friendly way, shorter, simpler, and clearer. And I'm going to share a link to a mini journal that you can use to help you let go of perfect English, which I've called Messy, Brave, and Free. And you'll find some more prompts in there to help you. Also, if you're ready to stop overthinking and start being more playful, then I'm offering 20 minute taster lessons, which will give you a window into how I work. And you will also go away with something super useful. So, in these taster sessions, I'll help you to find your big goal, what you really want to feel more comfortable doing in English. I'll help you to create a stepping stone goal, which is one realistic, doable milestone that will take you closer to your big goal. And then I'll help you to design a micro habit, something fun and quick that you can do on a daily basis, a weekly basis to keep you going and move you towards that stepping stone goal, which will move you towards that big goal. So at the end of that session, you will leave with a personalized mini action plan just for you, one tiny practical habit to start using right away, and importantly, a fresh sense of freedom and fun with your English. Now, there are only 20 spots, so do sign up as quick as you can if you would like to come along to one of those taster sessions. So, my mission today was to help you stop chasing perfect English, start enjoying real communication, the kind that's brave, messy, and completely you. I hope that I've helped you to do that, or at least give you some food for thought going forward. And now it really is time to awaken your inner child and to have some fun. Uh, so let's keep in touch. You can find me at my website, which is yourenglishself.com. I'm on Instagram, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Facebook. But if you go to my website, you'll find all the links there. And if you want to come along to one of those taster sessions, then do that as soon as you can. As I said, the places are limited and you will go away with something super useful. So, I don't have anything else to say, but awaken that inner child, get curious, be playful, and just go and have some fun with your English. Thanks for listening.